disc rattling. The disc rattling is quite nice, and a lot of people seem to like it, so I thought, you know what, let me do one. I grabbed a couple movies. I've got 8 movies here from my collection. I'm using films, not video games, but it's the same effect, right? And some of these are really, really rattly, so I just pretty much grabbed like 8 of the most rattly ones, because some of them aren't. And I thought, hey, let me put the sensitivity up real high, and let's do some disc shaking, disc rattling. I know people have been enjoying that a lot, so shout out to Restful Tingles. I'll put his channel name in the description. He seems like a cool guy, so, and he makes quality videos. So let's start with this one. I just grabbed like the 8 most like rattliest one I could find from my collection of films. So let's start off with this one. This is Kurt Russell in Breakdown. It Could Happen to You. This is a fantastic thriller from, I think, 1997. Yeah, it says it on the spine there. These imprint ones always have the year on the spine, which is good. A cross-country trip, an unexpected breakdown. The trap has been set. Jeff Taylor and his wife Amy have parted after their car engine died on a remote highway. I think they're in Arizona, because they're driving all the way to, I think they're driving to California from like New England or something, and they're like these rich people. And it's basically a lot of like Kurt Russell in a Lacoste shirt and khakis going, "Where's my goddamn wife?" You know, it's pretty great. When Jeff later shows up at their agreed rendezvous, Amy is not there. Nobody is talking, and the police are no help, leading Jeff on a desperate search to locate his missing wife. By the way, sorry about the lighting. I've been having a real hard time putting the lighting in a way where it actually looks alright. I don't really have that good of a camera, and I'm on the 14th floor, facing the afternoon sun, and it's Australia. It's summer, and it's bright, it's hot, and it's quite annoying. Very annoying, in fact. I really dislike it, but I'll have to deal with it. I can't really do anything. I changed the little lights down there to blue, considering they're Blu-rays. But I'm sorry, the lighting and everything doesn't look that nice. Hopefully, in June, we're probably moving to a different apartment for the first time in 5 years. Hopefully I'll get one of those, because in my first apartment where we lived in Australia, here in the other building, just nearby, I used to have a room. This was back in like 2018. There was a room which was like almost like it was like a weird like extra room where it had like a sliding door, and it was like a little office room, but it had no windows, so it was perfect for like if you want to record music, if you want to make videos, all that kind of stuff. I would love to have that now. But obviously at the time I didn't. At the time, I didn't make any videos, and I didn't know. I was like 19, and I was living on my own for the first time. Surviving was hard enough. Alright, that's Kurt Russell in Breakdown. Next up, we have this is real rattling. Oh, very nice. This is the sequel to one of my favorite films of all time, The Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day, with Norman Reedus, Sean Patrick Flannery, and what's his name? Billy Connolly. fantastic film. Absolutely fantastic film. I loved the second one just as much, almost as much as the first one. A lot of people don't like the second one, but I think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really good. And obviously they want to make a third one because this movie leaves it. It's not a spoiler, but it kind of leaves on an open end. So they definitely have room because the intention, the original intention was to make a sequel, a third one. Hopefully they will still do it, but I don't know if they do it. I hope it will work out well. I will definitely go and see it if they do make it with the same actors because I loved both films, and I obviously own the first one as well. Great films, great films. Real Rattling this one though. Almost too rattly. Perfect for the purpose that we're using it for. One of my favorite action films. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely I've heard of this. I think Con Air, with a massive star-studded cast: Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, Danny Trejo, Ving Rhames, Steve Buscemi. Like, this movie is stacked to the brim. It's a fantastic film. It's a bit ridiculous. It's a bit of a ridiculous film, but that's okay. It's a 90s action film. What do you expect? It's from 1997. Fantastic thriller. Oh, well, it's more of an action film than a thriller, but you can consider it a thriller. It's yeah, pretty awesome. I love that this is one of these really early Blu-rays, you can tell. With the shiny maximum high-def experience. Where on the back, instead of talking about the film, they talk about how good the Blu-ray technology is. I love that this movie ends with this song, which is like a super random song. I think it was only made for this film or used for this film and nothing else. It's pretty great. It's like, I don't want to live without you. Like, it's ridiculously over the top, and it just starts at the end, and it's super abrasive, but it's very funny. I'll link in the description as well. Yeah, why not? Check it out. It's very funny. If you haven't seen the movie, actually, just don't. You can listen to the song, but probably should watch the film because it's pretty good. I'm not going to recommend you any trash. This is some classic. Oh, also, the bad guy in the movie is played by John Cusack, and his name, and I'm not making this up, his name is Cyrus the Virus, and it's a pretty ridiculous film, but it's good fun. And Nicolas Cage is like Southern or something like that. Next up is a film I haven't seen. It's been in my collection for a little while. It was recommended to me by a colleague, very much a cinephile. He's very, very heavy into cinema, especially old cinema. So I picked this up a couple months ago. I haven't seen it yet. This is much more of a cinephile film instead of something like Con Air or something. This is much more of a heavy movie. It's the umbrella version as well. This is The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover. The Cook, the Thief, his wife, and her lover. The Cook, the Thief, the wife, and her lover. It's a film by Peter Greenaway. It stars Helen Mirren, Michael Gambon, who I'm sure you know as Dumbledore, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, and plenty of other roles. Richard Boringer and Alan Howard, and obviously Helen Mirren, you would know. And it's the sumptuous banquet of gluttony, sex, violence, and betrayal from the acclaimed director of prosperous books and The Belly of an Architect. This is much more of a film, enjoyer's film, you know what I mean? Keen to watch it. I haven't gotten around to it though. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. This is... Oh, that's really rad. Rattling, very good. You can already see. This is an amazing film. Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. One of my favorite directors, directing The Witch, directed The Northman, two of my favorite films. I have to go and see Nosferatu, but I'm actually not as interested in it, I guess, maybe because it's not an original story or something like that. But regardless, these films, and especially the performances by these two actors, especially Willem Dafoe, mind-blowing, fantastic, legendary. I would say peerless filmmaking takes your breath away. Definitely, they have fantastic films. Very unique. Very the dedication to the realism of the sets and the costumes and the locations and the time period is unparalleled. Great film. And I actually, all these Blu-rays are brand new. All these Blu-rays are brand new. But I actually haven't gone and watched this film. I haven't gone and watched this Blu-ray of this film. Because this Blu-ray is like, I only just unsealed it because my friend hasn't seen any of the films. And we recently watched The Northman and The Witch. And he wants to watch this one as well. So, we will do that soon, probably in the next few days, before we go and see Nosferatu. But, yeah, I saw this on, I saw this in cinemas, and then I saw this in, just like The Northman, The Witch I didn't see in cinemas. I saw The Witch right before going to see this in cinema, and I was blown away. Fantastic films. Anyway, that's The Lighthouse. Some more water. Got 3 more to go. Now, the final 2 are in plastic, so I'll be a bit careful. But this one isn't. This is beautiful, beautiful artwork coming up. Another very Rattling one. The Fifth Element by Luc Besson, starring Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, and Mila Jovovich, as well as Ian Holm. Absolutely great film. Costume design by Jean-Paul Gaultier. What's his name? Chris Tucker as well. It's such a great, it's a classic. But you know what? I only saw this a couple months ago for the first time. It's pretty shocking, but what a film. A film I've been looking forward to rewatching already. It was that good. Luc Besson, obviously known for Leon the Professional, another film which I own but I haven't watched. Very, very keen to watch it. And I will. Probably in the next couple months at some point. Yeah. The fifth element. Incredible film. Incredible characters. Very comedic. Very interesting story. Very unique. 100% worth your time. 100%. Now, the next 2 are 2 of my absolute favorite films, but these are brand new Blu-rays. I've seen both films obviously multiple times. But these Blu-rays are brand new. Because I only recently acquired these. This first one here is one of my top 5 films of all time. And the other one is in my top 10. This one, I couldn't find a Blu-ray for forever until I found some guy down the road, literally like a few suburbs away in my city in Brisbane, was selling this Blu-ray brand new sealed for like $20. And I was like, I've got to buy it. I bought it like, this was like September or something. And I bought it straight away. Still has the packaging around it. A film I've seen many times before on streaming services, when I still had streaming services. It's a film I always loved. Screenplay written by one of the greatest film writers of all time, Charlie Kaufman. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, starring Kate Winslet, Jim Carrey in one of their greatest performances of their career, as well as Kirsten Dunst, Mark Ruffalo, and Elijah Wood. One of the best, I would say, in the best. I'm not a romance film guy at all. This is the best romance film in the world. There is no better romance film in the world than this. If you're talking about a love story, it's very hard to do that right, where it doesn't come off as cringe or it doesn't come off as forced or just not for me. But this, spectacular film. Anything by Charlie Kaufman, Anomalisa. Anything that he's involved in, check it out. Obviously, Synecdoche in New York, which is arguably my favorite film of all time. Which I actually don't own on Blu-ray, which is unbelievable. But that's because it only ever released in this old Blu-ray version. Never was released here in Australia. And I'm just holding out hope for an imprint version or an umbrella version or a Arrow video version or anything else. Because that's a film that's never been redone in any kind of special way. And it deserves it. It deserves it. Very much. But I'm glad I picked this up. And then finally, the last film of today. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hope the sounds have been good. This is the wonderful From Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis, Harvey Keitel, and of course, Selma Hayek. If you don't know what this is, it's non-stop thrills when George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino star as the Gecko brothers, two dangerous outlaws on a wild crime spree. After kidnapping a father, Harvey Keitel, and his two kids, including Juliette Lewis, the Geckos head south to a seedy Mexican bar to hide out in safety. But when they face the bar's truly notorious clientele, they're forced to team up with their hostages in order to make it out alive. From Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, the creators of Grindhouse, From Dusk Till Dawn is explosive action entertainment. Basically, they go down to Mexico, end up in a strip club, and then it turns out all the strippers are vampires. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but my god, is it a fucking awesome film. It's so good. It is so good. Robert Rodriguez, one of his best. And he has plenty of fantastic films. But, yeah, absolutely amazing. What a film. From dusk till dawn. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you enjoyed this, let me know. We can do some more of these videos later with some different films. We can do it with some different films. Get a random selection. Get some good ones that rattle. And we'll do some more of these. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.